What up, my homies? Welcome back to Rimworld. Hope you're doing okay. Let's just get into it, man. Don't really have a whole lot to say today. Oh, I hope you're staying safe. I hope your week went okay. Okay, so if you weren't here during the last episode, what I've been busy trying to do is increase our mechanoid workforce. To do that, I built a mech gestator. Started to say gestator. Mech gestator, because you basically use those to make the mechs with. And in conjunction to that, I'm in the process right now of making a subcore encoder, because you got to use that to make the I guess the subcores that these things depend on to make the mechs. Unfortunately, though, right now we're still kind of struggling a little bit with metal or steel, and so that's kind of the pain in the rear right now that I'm dealing with. Besides that, though, I'm beginning to kind of create these rooms over here, as you can see. I'm not super happy with the overall design, but I think by the time everything gets done and said, it'll be pretty okay. I think. I hope at least. Let me look at something here. You know what? I think I did kind of mess up on something. Deconstruct that one. I'm gonna make it look a little bit better. See, sometimes it's good to kind of just step away from stuff like this and then come back with a fresh perspective, because it kind of helps you see things that you kind of sort of missed last time. Kind of wondering, maybe I could do this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The reason I'm doing that is to make it look a little more, I don't know, fluid or smooth or something like that. Anyway, working on these rooms, and this is gonna be a bitch trying to replicate across these other sections here. But the good news, though, is that I think I'm going to wind up having the number of bedrooms that I thought I needed. So the only way to really know for sure, though, is just to go ahead and get the damn things built and, just kind of go from there. See how it goes. So that's kind of what we're doing, man. Just taking it one section at a time. If I can get the subcore thing done here before long, I can maybe kind of expedite certain kinds of things, because right now the big concern that I have is the chem fuel, because we're eating through chem fuel with these new generators, and that's not. I knew that was going to kind of happen to some extent. I just didn't think that it would be as bad as what I think I'm seeing right now. So in order to try to tackle that, I'm trying to build these two things so that I can start gestating some agrobots, and I'll use some of those agrobots to handle things like this, uh, the reseeding of things, and I honestly can't remember if agrobots can pick things up and haul them. If they can, great. If they can't, then we'll go ahead and probably make some other bots too. Then, because I think there's something else on here. What is it? Oh, okay. I guess never mind. Well, okay, yeah, a lifter. A small mechanoid designed for hauling. Like an ranged weapon, it can make only weak melee attacks. So we might end up needing to do something with that at some point. I wish I would stop being bothered about this whole Nexus thing, whatever it's called. I've currently got Cream in the biopod. Her and Wuot on age reversals. She's kind of getting up there in age, 72. I'm gonna start paying a little more closer attention to that too. Gabs is gonna wind up probably being the next person at some point that I'm gonna wind up using or putting in one of those. But see, here's another thing too that I haven't really done much research on. I have all of this freaking chem fuel that's just kind of laying out here in the yard, and the thing that I don't understand is that I don't know if that adds to the total that I see over here. I had thought at one point that this only increments whenever it's stored either on a shelf or in a stockpile zone. So I don't know about the mechanics of that. If any of you guys know who are watching this have the answer to that, please let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know that. Watching that turkey to see if it does anything stupid with that Pollux tree. I think it's going to. Having some of those hauler bots too would help in general. So I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and make a few of those. Look on this. Okay. Oh yeah, one other thing too that's worth mentioning. We're currently doing a mission right now where we're hosting 6 captives that one of the bigger factions is intending to interrogate at some point, because I guess these people were uncovered in some sort of, I don't know, cryogenic type chamber or something like that. So we're hosting them for a few days, and in return, if we do a good job, we'll wind up with some mech healer serum. So that's pretty awesome. And I think it was only for about 9 days, which is one hell of a deal. And we're also taking care of this person right here. Gross. Hell of a name. Um, Pycag Gross Pig something. And she dropped out of a transporter pod, I guess. But because she's from an enemy faction, we took her in captivity, and I'm gonna wind up trying to recruit her through time, which I think we'll be able to do because it doesn't look like she's unwaveringly loyal or anything like that. But the reason I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do that is because she's pretty awesome on animals and plants, I guess. She's got a little bit of a passion for it, but shooting she's somewhat decent in. For a basic colonist. So I figured she'd be worth kind of keeping a hold of. Okay, we're getting there. Why is this saying that it's unroofed? That's weird. I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense at all. Clearly, it's got a roof on it. Does look like this one might be unroofed though. No, that's roofed as well. I don't know. I wonder if this might be some sort of bug or something. Then again, it could be just because I don't know. Maybe because well, what am I trying to say here? Maybe it's because there isn't like a door that's enclosing the zone that this roof is over. Because as you can see, when it gets over here, there's no door, you know. So I kind of, and obviously no roof. So it's kind of making me suspect that maybe the game logic has a certain kind of criteria that it uses to determine whether or not something's enclosed, which gets played into the roofing thing. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Look how muddy that is. everything's all dirty. I thought they were getting ahead of that, but kind of wondering now. Oh, I bet it's because I made that adjustment with the hauling. So they must be hauling stuff, I guess. More so than they are cleaning, apparently. Man. We're probably going to wind up needing to make a bunch of cleaner bots, too. And, of course, more chargers, because it's a little redonkulous. I hate it when these little things over here, these notifications, block your ability to select someone. We need steel. Okay, I want us to remember that I've loaded a toxic waste pack in here. And the reason I'm emphasizing this right now is because I thought I had loaded about 5 of those, or one of them or something, a long time ago, thinking that at some point I would launch it, only to just now having clicked on it and seeing before I loaded everything up with this newest waste pack, how it was empty. And what I'm getting at is this, there's a chance that I may have just uncovered a bug. Like, for example, if you load a toxic waste pack in here and let it sit in there for days and days and days, it makes me wonder if it might suddenly just kind of disappear. Because if that's the case, then I might have just found a loophole. I don't think that's what's going on. Maybe I'm just, foggy in my memory or something. But I do remember putting a toxic waste pack in this one, and that's the reason that it said a while ago, ready to launch. But when I looked at the contents, it didn't have anything in there. So I don't know, maybe it's just me being stupid or something, not paying attention to something, but remember how that has 10 in there, though. That's all I'm getting at. Because maybe if it, like, deteriorates when it's inside of one of these things, maybe the deterioration just kind of gets encapsulated or constrained to the launcher or something and just kind of disappears. I'm hoping that's the case, because that'd be marvelous if that's how that works. It looks like Gross is up and walking about now. Looks like Gabs is going to start making that here in a second. Now, I can't remember exactly what the procedure is for making these subcores, and I'm kind of suspicious that it might involve doing that thing where you rip personalities or some sort of thing from people, like captives and stuff. I think there's a different way to do it, but we're going to have to look at that here in a second, because I think there's something to it. There we go. All right, let's see what we've got here. I guess we're cool. Well, hold on a second. Is that all there is to it? I guess so. So, let me see here. We've got... How many of these things do we have slated? So, we're going to need 10 of them. So, per usual, man, we just need a bunch of metal or steel. We need to get something figured out here, because this isn't going as well as I need it to. Who all is on ag? These guys are on. Okay. Changing them. It's on it as well. We really need to start doing what we can to start prepping ourselves for winter, because it's not looking good right now. We don't even have our stores out here prepped for the animals. Somebody assigned a smithing. Okay, it's gonna be Espinosa, I think. It'd be great if we could get a bulk good trader in the area. Just look how dirty everything is. Yes, alright. This could be just what the doctor ordered. Just call for Alright, give us something good, man. First of all, I want to see if we can get one of those mega screen TV things. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, ha ha ha. Good. Okay, so we got that. Okay. The liver. Heckin'. No. Oh, I remember what those things are. Yeah, I never used those. Because by the time I managed to get one of these things, I basically already had everything researched. Little world, yes. It's components. Give me some freaking steel, man. Jesus. This is nuts. Nuts, I say. Get rid of those. Yes. Got to cut down on some of my stuff, man, because this winter is going to be rough. Just, just know it's going to be. So that leaves us with 6 stallions. 1, 2, 3. 3 females. So that's not really that bad. I'm gonna get rid of some of these things too. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these as well. Okay. Let's see if there's any other stuff down here that I want to have. We're looking on plasteel. Ooh, probably use a little bit of that. I think this is all I'm gonna do. Actually, you know what? Well, there we go. Mega screen TV. Alright, let's put this over here. Just like so. Rachel, Oski. I don't want. That's a problem. I don't want Oski teaching lessons. Okay, so let me make sure that that takes care of that. Yeah, okay, good. So, Rin. Some other, I don't know if I want Cream or Gabs messing around with that either. So what's Annie doing? So Annie is also doing the deep drill. Abby. Okay, so Annie and Abby are also doing the deep drill. Excuse me. This will. Hold on a second. That helps things out a little bit. You'd be surprised how anal they all get whenever stuff gets like dirty and stuff. It really causes a lot of tension. Okay, we're starting to have some metal now. And I don't see the workshop guys. So what are they doing? So Espinosa's making marine armor. I don't think I want him working on that right now. So let's go and suspend that. How are we looking on components? Got 120 components, so we're gonna have to have somebody work on components here for too long. Oh, mechanators can do that? Jesus, man, I did not know that. That's fucking stupid. guess we're not going to wind up... Damn it, man, that pisses me off. We're going to have to make Espinosa the next Mechanator at some point. I'm trying to think, though, how can I... Guess we won't suspend that for now. So what's this one doing then? That explains why nobody's over there. Let's add a wrench to the fan. I'm trying to think how we can go about doing this. She needs to be assigned smithing then if we're going to wind up having her do that. So that'd be fun. Yeah. Ooh, that was fun. Love it. Jesus. So what? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all. Shit. So this cannon's accidentally... Jesus. Where's Tiffy then? Looks like she's on it. Haha. Good deal. Still got 2 left. Good. Good thing I kept those, man. Alright, so where is Tiffy now? There she is. she's probably getting the subcore. Okay. Alright, so it's making an agrihand. Alright, man. That's going to be such a massive help. But where are my freaking bulk good traders, man? My god, those guys hardly never seem to come around sometimes. See if we can't start replicating this. This is going to be kind of hard. Okay. So if I'm looking at this one over here, it just goes up. Well, see, that's... I think what I'm going to wind up probably just doing is just kind of eyeing it. Because if I sit here and I try to, you know, make sure everything's one for one, I'm going to drive myself nuts. I think. I mean, see, if you look at it like it is over here, it's kind of like an angle. 1, 2, 3. But if I do that over here, 1, 2, 3, and it winds up being bound at that. So I don't think it's completely symmetrical, in other words, is what I'm getting at. Which makes sense if you think about it, because the symmetry, I don't think, is equivalent between from the midpoint up. I don't think. I mean, who the hell knows? But now if I do it like this, 1, 2, 3, then that I think might be a little more on point. But then that's different from how it is over here. So I was really hoping to have some level of symmetry with this design, but I just don't think I can do it. Because I'm just not looking at things correctly. So over here, it's symmetrical, I think. But from that point, 1, 2, 2. As you can see, it's not the same then at that point. I think I see why. It's because of this little son of a gun. It's like I am going to get my symmetry. Alright, so then at that point, right there, 2, Yeah, it was because of that block right there. Jesus. It's going to take a pretty good amount of time for that stupid thing to be built. Well, I know one thing I'm going to wind up doing. Once we get done with this first section over here and deck out the bedrooms, what I'm going to wind up doing is moving these people over into there, as many of them as I can. How many am I going to be able to do? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So basically everybody in here. And so what I'm going to wind up doing then at that point, what should I do at that point? Because I'd really like to try to find a way to expand on our mechanator stuff, you know. So we'll either convert all of this back to pin real estate, or we're gonna wind up converting this over into a mechanoid wing, decking it out with a bunch of chargers and stuff like that. Which is probably what I'll wind up doing. In fact, we might as well just go ahead and get started on it. Just gonna make new, because it'll be easier to do that, I think. Okay, one second, what do we got here? Still a little bit of steel left. Okay, Faye, I think, is in the... No, she's not. First thing I need to do is check out the zone for the deep drill stuff. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So that means then that we can move this off to some other place. So let's do that. Reinstall it to... Steel right there. I was hoping to find one though that might be a little bit closer. do is I'll also have them work on cleaning stuff because of how tight we are right now with metal. It's giving them a little bit of a kind of a downtime. Some of that. So now let's make this door. Is it like that? Is it like that? I think it might be like that. My neighbors, I think I've mentioned this before, they've got this dog that they let outside, chained up, and it barks its little yapper off non-stop. I mean, my God, is it annoying. Right now, it's carrying on a fit. Little a-hole. But, you know, I don't really blame the dog. Obviously, it just means that they suck as pet owners. guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode right here. I might upload another one later today or tonight. I'm getting kind of hungry and I was wanting to make some stuff out on the grill, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one a little soon. But when I get back, I'm going to try to finish slating this all up to be built, and hopefully at some point we'll get our new agrihand up and running. Really, really looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. And right now, I think it's Gabs. Looks like Gabs, Cream, and I think I've got one more. Oh, it's Repka, I believe, that are our mechanators. And at some point, I'm going to wind up having, I think the next person that I'm going to wind up having as a mechanator should probably be Espinoza. It's either going to be Espinoza or maybe Pepper or Wickenaut, one of those. And the reason for that is because Espinoza is really high on shop stuff, and Pepper slash Wickenaut, they're both really awesome with agricultural stuff. So I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's going to wind up being one of those. Anyway, let me do a save skipoo. Save it. And I will see you guys when I see you. Later.